Here we go. Hi, good evening,
Good evening.
and welcome to Politically Incorrect with Steve and John. Or actually, John and Steve.
All right, whatever.
Anyway, good evening. Nice to be with you, and I hope we'll have an entertaining evening for you, talking about all sorts of things. And we're going to start off with John, who wants to talk about anything.
Okay. I thought you were going to lead us off, but since
I can lead
you
you off.
passed it off, let's
I can
talk.
lead. All right, go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on in the world, Paul, is what I'd like to know.
My name, first of all, my name is not Paul. My name is Steve. But
Yeah, I'm
nevertheless,
so
it's
used to
okay.
that other
It's
show
okay.
I do with Paul.
It's
I
all right. Don't
apologize
worry
for
about it.
What's going on in the world, Paul?
First
it
of
looks
all,
like the world is
my name is
upside
not
down.
Paul.
Steve,
I just want to tell you
Steve, I'm
guys.
just making sure you're above board, Joe.
I just want to tell
Biden.
you people that this is the first live show we've done. So forgive us for anything that's going to go
Yeah.
wrong here, and a lot might. But anyway, we'll do our best. So you want to talk about
How the world is upside
How the world
down,
is
how evil is triumphing over good. How did we get to this point?
explain that? How do you think it's getting
explain
evil?
this to you. There are a bunch of crazy people running around in cities across America and across the world. Like in Seattle, they took over a 6-block area and they said, this is no longer the United States. This is our occupied area. What is that? Defund the police department? What does that mean? When you call up the police department, some armed criminal will answer the phone and call it, the new headquarters of the new people, and I'll send out a criminal with to take care of things.
Are you talking about non-whites?
No, I'm not talking about any color or persuasion. I'm talking about people who have decided on some crazy whim that we no longer need police to police the people, to be law
I
enforcement.
actually heard that some state in America they said the police aren't going to do any work. They're not going to protect people or something. Is that right? I don't
That's
know.
not what you heard.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
But
Okay.
figure the British to screw up everything they hear. It's
The British-
understandable.
what the British got to do
You
with it?
still have a chip on your shoulder from many
No,
years ago.
that's all.
It's okay.
No, that's all.
Call it what you want.
Okay.
No, the police are being defunded. What does that mean? They're going to chop budgets. Here's the thing, like in New York, they're going to chop $1 billion off the police budget in New York City, which has currently, I believe, 36,000 policemen. And they're going to give that money to social programs, to educate, to bring poverty into a new level of middle class. It's worked so well over the last 200 years, that plan of just giving and trying to train. Is kind of like the model they use in the Middle East with let's take care of the Palestinians. By the way, you like this backdrop? I mean, this is pretty nice.
I wanna
This
ask you-
garden we worked on and stuff.
John,
Not to interrupt, but
I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
When Giuliani was the New York mayor,
Giuliani, yes.
was he
The best.
Was he effective? He did a
The
good
best.
job.
He was the best.
In what way was he effective? Come on, let's tell the people out there.
Well,
what
first
you
of all,
think.
how did he become mayor? He busted up the mafia, and he
Okay.
arrested a lot of crime family members. So he got that part on his resume. Then from there, he went on to take on the New York problem. You couldn't walk in Times Square without being mugged or attacked or stabbed. It was the hole of holes in New York.
So it's a bit like Batyan. Is that what you're trying to say?
Similar to Batyan, maybe more like
Right.
Ramla,
Okay.
or Ramla,
Right.
or Lode.
Okay. whatever.
So, and he cleaned it up to the point where it became a huge tourist attraction. No more homeless people. Homeless people used to blow their nose
Okay,
and
that's
do other things with the rags. And at a red light in Manhattan, they'd go and wash their windshield, and they would smear it. And then they'd hold out their hands for money. He took all those criminal elements off the street. He made it a much better city, but it's gone downhill since.
Do you think so?
Well, they have this
Or
this
what
guy with
Giuliani
a
did has gone now.
Italian last name, but he's not Italian. Married
Cuomo?
to what? No,
Who's-
DeGeneres. No, not DeGeneres.
Oh no, then you could be with a B.
Delegasio. Della
I
Blasio.
thought Della Blasio. I knew it was a B.
De
I knew there was a
Blasio.
B there somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's out of his mind.
He's no good.
He's the,
But they had a black mayor, right? He was very good, wasn't he?
That was a while ago.
He wasn't good.
Who, the black mayor?
Yeah.
Which one?
Was he as good as our Muslim mayor in London?
No, where is that Muslim mayor, by the way?
He's doing a great
You
job.
don't hear
I
you
know.
don't hear much from
Because
him.
Boris is in power now.
Okay, let's talk about Britain for a minute. I don't know why, but let's talk about it for a minute.
Well, first of all,
No. Wait.
Can I say something?
No.
All right. Cool.
We decided whenever I want to talk, I talk.
Okay.
And if I look at you, you get to listen.
Say hi to Clara Cohen. She's watching.
Hi, Clara
Hi, Clara.
Cohen. Nice to see you. Hey, but while we're on the hellos,
No, we're talking
hello
about
to
Britain.
my grandmother's sister. She's 99 years. No. Hello to Eric Milch, who had knee replacement surgery.
Can we?
How are you feeling?
Who cares how Eric feels? Come on, can we get on with this?
I want to send him a refer Shalem hello.
Come on, let's get on with the show. Come on. You're talking about the Brits. Can I say something at this juncture? I want to say that I'm disgusted with those Na'amod fringe element lefties who were demonstrating against Tsipi Hotbelly becoming the new ambassador to Britain. I think it's absolutely disgusting they're not supporting her. Thank God, and this is the truth, most British Zionists are in favor of her. I mean, isn't that a terrible thing where you're demonstrating against your own?
Wait a minute, better than that. There was a group letter signed by several hundred, I believe. I don't know the exact number of high-end British Gedolim, scholars, lords, parliamentarians, all kinds of people who wrote a letter.
Men of the wind.
What wind? Men who are
men of the wind.
Men who pass a lot of wind. That Israel should not annex Yehuda and Shomron and the Jordan Valley. Now, first of all,
I don't believe people said that.
What are these Brits? Why are
only the
you
Brits?
Tell me, you're a Brit. Why are the British Jews such leftists? I mean, all the British Jews I seem to meet are lefties. Why are they lefties?
They're not.
Are
Unfortunately,
they also still holding a grudge?
There are as many British left-wing Jews as there are Jewish Democrats in America, unfortunately. And as we all know, the Democrats are not the greatest friends of Israel. And we have, unfortunately, amongst our British friends, a lot of lefties who have, for no fault of their own, were born into that, like the Democrats.
No.
You probably started out as a Democrat.
Here's the problem. Communist. Here's the problem. In the Orthodox world, for the most part, you don't find even those who are socially on the left who are not pretty much on the right when it comes to Israel.
I don't know if that's right.
No, that is right.
Okay.
Why do you say it's not right?
I don't think that's true.
Why do you say that?
I want to just make
now in England, Orthodox Jews, it doesn't matter. They still won't be. They still could be left, and they'll be left when it comes to Israel.
Very few Orthodox Jews are left. Very few.
There's
I know
plenty in our neighborhood here that are from England who are leftists who live in Israel.
I don't think they exist. But anyway.
In your community, in your synagogue.
I think they probably, they probably haven't had a drink or something. No, they're all right.
No.
But what I want to say is that, did you know?
But in all fairness to you, what's the fact?
Oh, no, go on.
No.
In all fairness, go on. Be fair.
Did you know that the American Jewish and Orthodox world are also lost their minds when it came to George Floyd?
I don't think so. I think that they showed a lot of respect by sitting shiva for him. I think that was that was a wonderful
gesture. Those were not religious ones, but there's this group. I'm not even going to mention the names, not to give them any kind of cover.
Maccabees.
Yeah, then the Maccabees, a bunch of little Nebuch boys who sing songs, and they have a song with them kneeling for Black Lives Matter.
BLM?
Black Lives Matter.
For the British Labour Movement. I know, it's terrible.
I don't understand. You know what? A soldier, an Israeli soldier, was killed about a month ago when an Arab terrorist threw a rock down and smashed his skull.
And there was no Maccabees.
Was there a mourning session for this guy? See, what I'm afraid of is what's happening.
They didn't sit shiva with him, did they?
No, I don't understand. Why do we have to appease our enemies all over again? It does not work.
But they are on the periphery of Israeli society, aren't they? They're not really
this is
right
not
there.
Israeli society. I'm talking about in the diaspora.
Jewish society. They're right on the edge. They're nothing. They're not connected to the Jewish society.
What are you talking about? These are mainstream people we're talking about.
They shouldn't be given any publicity at all. They're not mainstream.
Yeshiva University boys.
Okay,
but they're
and furthermore, a big rabbi from the 5 towns had a whole article on Black Lives Matter in the Jerusalem Post.
A rabbi of the 5 towns. What does that mean? That's
A
big
rabbi
thing?
in the 5 towns.
The 5 towns is something like.
It's a very, very popular
Okay,
Jewish
alright.
place.
It's like Golders Green, I suppose.
No,
like,
but it's 5 towns.
5
You want me to list the 5
5
towns?
no,
for you?
not
I
really.
know the 5.
It's like 5 Golders Greens.
Alright.
So what you're saying then, in effect,
No, I don't
Is that-
understand what happened to our connection.
which with what?
No, Israel's constantly blamed that they're not in connection with their brothers and sisters in the diaspora. But I get a little confused when I don't see always the diaspora in connection with their brothers and sisters in Israel. And once again, we are still on the front lines for the Jewish people.
But don't you remember what it was like when you
No.
lived in the States?
No,
You don't remember that?
no,
How easy it was, your life,
no,
and that you had no time to think about Israel?
Not ever.
never. What are you talking about?
That's how a lot of people live. They're living their materialistic life. They're not thinking about Israel or Israelis. They have a few mishpacha here in Israel. They come when they have to, and now they can't, which is pretty good for them. They're saving money. They could probably go on cheaper trips to Italy now. But these people,
We have to spend more money on education.
now you get it.
Holocaust education.
I'm going to have a Holocaust
Zionist education.
Zionist education, Israeli education. People need to know what it's like to
Aren't
be
the
here.
Jewish day schools supposed to be Zionistic already?
People don't know what it is to be here. This is the problem. That's why we have all this BDS still amongst Jews in England and America. They support BDS. They don't know what it is in Israel. They think we have apartheid here. Where are these people living? They don't real these people. They don't know exactly what's going on here in Israel. We have to get them here. We need money to get all these people to come here for 2 weeks and open their eyes.
By the way, you
That's all
ever
we need.
hear of birthright?
It's not the same thing. Birthright, a lot of people misuse it and abuse it.
What do you mean? That's
They
real.
abuse it. I know people who abuse it. They come here, they're Israeli, they have kids living in America, staying there, studying. They use birthright to get them to come here for vacation.
All right. So
You
that
know,
way they're
that's,
abusing it,
it's
but
being
still,
abused.
the program is very valuable.
Yeah, okay, it's
Okay.
valuable to a certain
Maybe we
extent.
should send people from Israel to America, reverse birthright. I heard that's another very
It
important
doesn't work.
cause.
It'll be like Hotoveli when she's in England and she'll be going around giving, making house calls or having these house parties and speaking.
England's lucky to have someone like her because she's a down-to-earth person who on a Shabbos, she can come and sit at your Shabbos table and sing Zmi wrote with
very
you.
true.
It
That's
was a
very
beautiful
true. And
thing.
she's good and she speaks
You
very
know?
good English as well. She's
She's a
good.
good girl.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Let's see.
Eric Milch is watching now.
Eric Milch. Hi, Eric. I hope you're doing well.
I want to
Enjoy
tell
your
you,
dinner.
just anyone out there, if you have a blood type of O, then you should know that you'll get extra protection against corona. That's a fact.
By the way, I want you to know
This is true.
Oh,
Oh,
positive.
I just
he's
thought, oh.
been trying to get that statement out since before the show started.
You're just jealous because I've got O.
No, I'm happy for him, but
I'm
I don't even know my blood type.
all right.
Is that
You should
possible?
know that if you have O, then you feel a lot more safe. I feel safe and secure knowing that I've got it.
Okay.
So anyone out there, there's a little bit of information for you. It may be O positive, in which case I'm screwed. But anyway, it's O. So what else are we going to talk about? Now, Greece, who are very good friends of this country, have allowed Israeli tourists to come on holiday there, or vacation as you call it, and without having to go into 2 weeks quarantine. That's a brilliant thing.
Yeah, except if you're the family of these people who go to Greece for 2 weeks and then come right back. I mean, let's face it.
Now, when they come back, they have to do 2 weeks quarantine in Israel.
Oh, in Israel.
Unless they are French Israelis, in which case they have to do 4 weeks of quarantine when they get to Greece.
What are you trying to
Sorry.
say? Are you saying something negative against
No,
the
I'm
French?
sorry, I shouldn't say that. But,
Look,
but you know how.
Go ahead, get it out.
But you know what the British think
Get it
about
out.
the French.
Are you saying you don't like the French?
The British have never liked the French. Okay, they've never. It's just stuff. One of those things. It's okay. Nothing to worry about. Okay, it's like the Americans have never liked the Mexicans. It's all right. Same
That's
thing.
true.
You like
Love
Mexicans?
tequila.
Okay. All right.
No, but in New York, you don't have a connection to Mexico. But if you live in California, you have a much closer connection.
You don't like Puerto
If you live
Rican.
in Texas, what does that mean? I didn't like
You,
Puerto
you
Rico.
don't like them. I mean, you
What
know,
a
you have
broad
this thing.
statement.
Would
Are you're like calling
have
me
you
a
got
racist?
any friends who are Puerto
Am I a
Rican?
racist?
Have you got any friends who are Puerto Rican?
Yes,
No.
as a matter of fact,
What do
I
you mean you
do.
do? Come on,
Salo's family are
Ah.
Puerto Rican.
we're losing the point here.
No, Sabrina's brother lives in Puerto Rico.
Okay, that makes you Puerto Rican when you live somewhere.
I think most of our viewers are really not interested in Sabrina, but you know,
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
okay.
All right, you're
now,
starting to
also-
bore the audience.
No,
by
but
the way.
the incredible thing is that Israel now is getting such a popular country that we are now getting new airlines coming to Israel.
Oh, here we go. The Katy Pacific
Not
Cafe.
Cathay Pacific.
All right, let's not talk about the Chinese. They just had another outbreak.
They
Now, why
are
don't we talk about
introducing-
APAC for a minute?
Wait a minute, only a second. They are introducing flights from Hong Kong to Israel on a regular basis from next week, and I think that's a wonderful thing. It's
Yeah,
opened
that's
up
how they
the world.
spread the virus the last
It's
time.
the
They
fact- I'm
started
really
flying
happy about that.
everywhere and closed down their internal airports.
China
Very
Airways are having regular flights from Wuhan to Tel Aviv every week. I
I
think it's
hear
a
they have
wonderful thing.
kosher sushi on those flights.
I don't know
Well,
about
that's
that.
Japanese.
Go on,
not
talk about
Chinese.
your APAC thing.
No, I'm just curious about APAC, which is an organization that everybody flocks to in Washington. It's the biggest lobbyist organization. It's pro-Israel. It used to be pro-Israel. Now it's pro.
Not anymore.
Well, it used to be go with the government of Israel, but of late they have shifted to go with the Democrats in Congress. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is.
I thought they liked Bibi.
No, they don't like Bibi. They actually apologized for Trump speaking before he became president to Barack Obama. They couldn't help it by having him speak. So recently they came out with actually their platform is not the same as the American Israeli platform. Two-state solution is what AIPAC believes in, but really the Likud government does not believe in. And then the newest thing is they went to the Senate and to Congress and they said, listen, you can condemn Israel for annexing Yehuda and Shomron and the Jordan Valley. Just don't withhold any of their money that they get from the grants. Now, is this possible that AIPAC would condone condemning Israel for giving sovereignty to the areas and the citizens that have been living in these areas for 40, 50 years?
It's a very
funnier.
It's a very strange statement. That
I can't. I don't know why.
it doesn't really make much sense at all. And I would have thought that Israel would have got much more support from American Jews than
They
that.
used to.
And
Listen, we're not for late-term abortions where the baby is almost born. So a lot of Jews on the progressive side cannot support Israel building houses naturally for their kids. Okay, you understand the analogy
nuances.
there?
Has
Yes, that's how
AIPAC
it
changed?
goes.
AIPAC changed over the years. You think?
Yes, it's been hijacked by the progressives like everywhere else. Let me ask you a question. Do you know that the Cartoon Network or one of those cartoon companies has taken away Elmer Fudd's guns? Now, I want to know something. How is he allowed to say, how is he going to be able to say, be quiet, we're hunting rabbits, if he doesn't have a gun anymore? How are they going to get around that?
Can I just say something here?
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm British. I've never heard of it.
You don't know Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny? Well, see, thank God the American listeners amongst us will understand that.
Well, when I tell you, the British listeners will be tragically disturbed to hear that 40 Towers, the series where they had the German series, has been dropped from publication by the BBC because they think it's not quite correct to have that.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we can run it on our
We
show.
can run it on our
We
show.
are politically.
Yep, we're going to show you next week, folks.
You know, years ago when this nonsense with political correctness started, I said, this is not going to be a good thing. You're not going to be able to say anything to anybody about anything. And 20 years later, you know what? The world is upside down.
You were so right.
All right. Now,
Did anyone listen to you?
Have we been on long enough? Is it time to sign off? Yeah,
No,
18 and
come
change.
on.
Unless you get funny, I'm going.
Jeanette Siegel, you know Jeanette Siegel?
Jeanette Siegel.
I don't know.
All right. Hi, Jeanette. How are
Wow,
you? Thanks for calling in. Thanks, girl.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is our first live show.
Yeah. By the way,
And
we're looking for feedback.
we realized it was very professional, but
feedback.
nevertheless, we want your ideas. Anything you want to say to us, be as vicious as you like. It's okay. We can take it. We're strong guys. But anyway, we did our best, and we're going to try and do more of this, but perhaps a little better next time. John, have you got anything to say to these people before they kill themselves?
Take it easy. Be well. Corona, get your masks.
So, it's been a pleasure being with you.
Personal
Bye.
distance.
How to turn it off? How do you turn it off? How do you?
A little embarrassing.
Okay,
What they said. It's their first time.
how do you turn the bloody thing off? Is that it? You can.
Computer.